YouTube, YouTube. It's your man. Comments. Does ASMR. You can kind of see me in a reflection, but back another Japanese study session. So we're gonna be running through my simple hiragana katakana. So just nah. So this is nah like we once before. If you remember, this is nah. So the way I kind of remember it, like I said, this always resembles an A to me in a way. This always kind of resembles an A to me, and then this, if you add that, is an N. But just sit back, relax. It'll kind of, and try to remember with me, honestly. We'll go 3 days on that. This one is roll, like roll, R-O, roll. If it had the hook, then be but it's roll. It's roll. So, hiragana is definitely the easier of the two for me. I don't struggle as much with hiragana. Now this is say. This is ka. Ka. This is ra. So, this is no. This is yo. So this is flipped on to the right side. That means it's yo. If this was flipped to the left, that means it would be to. But flipped to the right, so it's yo. We'll go 5 days on that. And then this one could be a little confusing at times. It's su. It just all depends because there's ones that kind of are similar. Like that's why I said this is a perfect example. It's actually a perfect example. The last one being su. This one is su. The other one was su. This one is tsu. See, those ones can be a little bit confusing. This one could be a little confusing. Su, like other one su. This one su. This is ma. You don't really see that one too often. This is ka, like we said once before. We'll go easy on that one for 2 days. I don't try to have them pop back up in like a month or so. I want to kind of get them back to where they're all popping up 2-3 days every single time. So I'm constantly refreshing myself when I'm seeing them. I'm also still making sure that when I'm watching videos and I'm doing emer that I'm actually paying attention to signs and everything like that. So like I said, that was hiragana. We also have another deck of hiragana, and I don't struggle with hiragana. Hiragana is definitely the easier of the two. Katakana I definitely struggle with just a little bit, and I need to get more comfortable and better at that personally. I have my notepad here that we're actually gonna look at. So the alphabets of hiragana and katakana I don't struggle with. It's just the kanji. So the kanji is very, very hard. I have not came up with a system yet personally to become very better with the kanji. I think I need to spend a lot more time than I did with the hiragana and katakana. I break it up in lessons because you'll see what I mentioned pretty soon. But I'm trying to write them and get familiar with them. There's certain ones that I do remember. Let's see what this third lesson that we're gonna do pretty soon, if I can actually remember it. But this one right here, I got mentioned before. Hakoden. Let me actually pull it back up for y'all. So that actually has. So like I said, Hakoden and Dakoden. So this right here, the circle, is a Hakoden. I said it before in one of the previous episodes. It does not matter what the actual. This is like right here. This is ha. That's ha. So since you have the Hakoden right here, that turns into pa. Off rip, anything with this Hakoden turns to be. And then Dakoden, says at the bottom, H sounds become B sounds with Hakurin symbol. Remember, like this, you say ha 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 so much that a part sounded somebody punches you. I don't really pay attention to too much to the description out here because I've came up with a system myself, like I said. But yes, H turns into B. Like I said, for Hakurin, it does not matter. You see this symbol, it automatically is represented as a B. So for this one, we'll go hard. So now this one, this naturally is Fu, but this one still kind of gives me a little confusion. But I will know it when I see it. But I still don't have an explanation to why it's that way that it is. But yeah, it's Fu, but it's gonna be Fu. Sorry. I got ahead of myself. Yes. So H sounds become B sounds right now. Yes. But you'll see later in the future what I meant. But yes. Boo. Which is good. We'll come back to that. And then this is normally with only one. To the left is Sa. To the right is Chi. And then this is Ya. So what we're gonna do is, since we see the Dakoden, normally it's Ka, like Ki, but now since we see the Dakoden is Ki, so Ki also including the Ya, so Ya, as you can see here, this normally is Ki, like I said, but with the Dakoden it turns to Chi, plus the Ya turns into Kya. Now this is a good representation, like I just said. Left is Chi, right is Sa. So this is Sa. Remember what I just told you. For the Dakoden, S turns to Z. So Sa.
Z.
Yes. Okay. That's fair enough. Yes, normally left is Sa, right is Chi. Since they don't necessarily do Z, it turns to G with a J. So this is K. And it kind of gives you a representation of like kelp, wiggly kelp. But that one, I've studied it so much. That one was one that I struggled with so very much. So it looks like in lowercase, yes. I was thinking the E at the top, so I got that one wrong, but it's Cha. So we're gonna mark this as hard. And then this is Ro.
Yo.
Yo. Let's do it again.
Yo.
Yo. This is Nyo.
Yo.
And then Jo. This is Jo.
Yo.
Because this is normally she, S-H-I, but with the Dakonin turns to J. And then, of course, this is Yo, like I mentioned. To the right, when you see that, is Yo. If it's flipped to the left, then it's Do. Once again, this is Yo.
Yo.
See, like, and it sees these. I just have it come up again so I can have it pop up. I don't want to have it for a month. It's just too much. G. Foo. This is Boo. Like we did once before, that was Boo. And this is it's all, remember, Sa, Chi. So this is Chi.
G.
And then this is Yo.
Yo.
So the hiraganas are knocked out. There goes the kanji right there. But we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the katakana. So we have 64 to make sure that I write those ones down that I may struggle with today. So, but we should be pretty relatively good. So this one's like a reptile wearing glasses. That's the way they broke this one down. I can kind of see it like that. So this one is new. Learning these being by themselves don't really do too much, but it does help you when you see them, so you can kind of piece words together. This is Chi and that's Ya. So Cha. So like I said, this is Chi and that's Ya. So Cha. We'll have that one come back. This is he. He is technically like they broke it down as a smile.
He.
That one, I mean, it kind of just whatever. So this is normally Y, but this is V. This one's kind of weird.
Ve.
See, yeah, this one specifically, still to this day, is kind of weird. Like, I just can't really wrap my mind around that one. It's just very odd. But key, that's also key. But remember what we said about the dakoden? It turns to G. So it's kyo. This is yo.
Yo.
You can see ki plus yo is kyo. This is fu. This is te, but since we have this de,
De.
this one is broken down like electrical line is what they were saying. So this one is se. Se, right?
De.
Yeah, so this is se. It's supposed to look like the hiragana version, but it's a little bit different. Like it definitely looks just a little bit different. This is supposed to be so.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking no, because like the nose, Pinocchio nose. It's very simple. And then Q, Q, Q,
Q.
Q, Nyo, Nyo,
Yo.
Nyo, Nyo. So these two for a while have gave me a little bit of trouble. So there's one that is su, and there's one that is she. So once I always get to doing my studying, once I run through it 1 or 2 times, I remember what it necessarily is. But when I see this symbol, sometimes it can be a little bit confusing, and it could be some shit, it could be some like a little thrown off. But we gotta look at this real quick. I don't want to say sad, cause I don't. It's like shit. See,
Shot.
shot. Yeah. See, is she? Okay, that's good. And I guess the camera's making me nervous, cause I usually fly past these. For some reason, I'm like hecka nervous. So, of course, that was she. This one is Su. Self-explanatory, very easy. This one is Su. As you can see, this one is Su. So these ones are kind of weird. So it's gonna be
So.
so. As you can see the breakdown right there. Small vowel is often used for transcribing Italian Z sounds like moo. Like this is she, su, ah, red, ra. That comes out to mozzarella. So like we just went through it.
J.
J. This is su. Like Superman. Su. Yeah. That was pretty good. Kyo.
Kyo.
Mew.
Mu.
This one is in one of the actually kanjis. So this one is in 6. So it goes like this. Line on top. And then but this is ha.
Ha.
Su. This is J.
G.
G, sorry. So this is so. That's so.
So.
Okay. This is raw.
Do.
Like a road, yeah. It's raw. This is mo.
Mo.
This is mo. It's like it says, looks like the hiragana mo. Yeah. Yeah.
Ya.
Feet.
Feet.
Feet. sometimes, like, even with my studies, it just doesn't make sense at certain points. But um, I can identify, as long as I can identify them when I see them. Like, I literally, like, once I run through them, like, I can literally just bust them out every single time and get it. So, like, it just is odd. This is so.
ぞ
Like, this one again, I just kind of, it's just,
ぼ
fa.
ば
Yo, bro.
よ
This is like, normally, like I said, it's Dakoden. Han Dakoden. It's normally ho, but now it's bo.
ぼ ぶ
Fu. Yeah.
ひゅ
You. Do. So this is do.
ど
Like, this one is so wonky to me. Like, I tried to, if anybody knows that is also studying Japanese, please drop any tips, and as well as let me know if this translation is actually right. I tried to search it up on Google Translate. I typed it in on my actual phone, and it's just something about this being do, and then with the dakoden do, and then with the dakoden turning to do, and then this being fu. It just doesn't look right to me. Cause listen to it again.
ど
Do. Like, is it supposed to be D-O or is it D-W-U? It just doesn't look right. And I noticed sometimes, cause I had to change one here before, that whoever made this, shout out to them, I've been using it for a while, made this, it was kind of off for some reason.
ぐ
I always type the wrong one. So it's supposed to be good.
ちゅ
Chew, chew. This is why.
う
Ooh. See, it's just like, it's very confusing to me. So let me look at it. Ooh. See? That one is so weird. Say,
せ
say. This is why. I always get those confused. I always get those confused. Kia.
きゃ
This is ta.
た
Like a kite. Do. And this is do.
ど
Okay. This is all. But that right there. Go.
ぼ
Okay.
た
Sa. Ha is ba.
た
This is chi.
ち
This is a.
あ
Fe. Fe.
せ
Gi.
ぎ
Nya.
にゃ
See, see. And one thing that I got a little bit better at, but I've been lacking. If you are studying Japanese, doing all this and writing everything down is just fine. But please make sure you're doing immersion. I know at the very beginning, still for me at the stages, it doesn't sound like much. If I'm being completely honest, like, you don't understand much, but you need to get into the habit of actually being able to listen and hear it. So I try to immerse. I watch Japanese YouTubers that also work out when I work out. I try to relate it to anything that I'm doing, or if like 20-30 minutes a day when I'm at work or at home, I just put it on in the background and just let it play. I feel like you just do conscious immersion, also unconscious immersion, but make sure that you are immersing, because you need to be able to hear it. That's the biggest thing. Okay.
J,
This is K, cause that's K. Q,
Q,
D,
D,
D, 2.
2,
What is it? My number 2 is. Like I said, that looks weird. Like, it looks weird. That's the thing I'm saying. It's 2. Is it supposed to look like that? I still wasn't able to figure it out. We're gonna roll with it, but I don't think it's supposed to look like that, dude. I don't. I'm not sure if it's supposed to. But I could be wrong. Bye.
B,
B.
Yo,
Yo. Me.
Me,
That's probably the easiest one. It's cha.
Cha, Sha,
Sha. 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 Sha.
G,
G. G. Go. This is go. Go.
G, P, Nya,
Nya. Q. 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 Okay. And then we have
J,
yo.
Yo, G,
G.
T,
T. T. Definitely gotta get better at that. So this is what I was talking about. So I have a couple of them, but I'm not gonna go through all of those. I think we're probably gonna focus on these ones first and run through these. So let's go lesson 3 first. So see if I can remember these. So first one being 5, and I have my handy dandy notepad right here. So let's go ahead and actually write 5 down. So if we run through them, I remember 3, 4, 4, and then 5, 5. Let's think about this. 5. So I remember 3, 4. Now I think 5 is personally boom, 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 boom. So here, let's write it down. So I think 5 is going to be, it's going boom, 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 boom. So that's what I think 5 is. Let's see. Okay. So we got that one actually right. We're gonna do a hard, of course, and then now we have 7. 7. I do remember what 7 is. Oh shoot. I hope I wrote that right, but that is what I believe 7 is. And then once we run through lesson 3, what I'm gonna do is I probably will stop that there, and then we're gonna try to maybe like just refresh our mind. 7, good. This is big because up until this point, with these ones that I'm going through right now, I have been struggling with these a lot, and I think the more that I see them day on, day in, yeah, taking my time and trying to accelerate myself, but it does help because I struggle with these a lot, and I do need to study them a lot more. I know kanji for me personally just kind of gives me a anxiety a little bit because there's so many kanjis, and I know I'm just scraping the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe 4 was actually the pi symbol. I gotta remember it. That's what I believe That must be. That one must be. It's not 8. So I'll give myself a check mark for the ones I got right, and the ones from I got wrong. So we're definitely gonna run through that. 1,000 being very simple. I remember 1,000 because it looks like a devil fruit. So 1,000 is gonna be boom. My lines are gonna be off, but y'all bear with me. Bear with me. That's 1,000 right there. And I know, oh my gosh, it's not 1,000, it's 100. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Three is pretty easy. 1,000, yeah. I didn't really do myself a justice here because I kind of just brushed over it before I started with the kanji, but I'm going to spend a lot of time with kanji. Yeah, that one was very easy. I'm just not even going to worry about that one. The 9 now. 9 is pi. I believe 9 is pi. I definitely do believe 9 is pi. That's what I got there. Cool. So I just off by a little bit. I didn't add this hook. I definitely need to add that hook. Yeah, I definitely need to add that. So I'll go ahead and give myself a check for that. Okay. And 6. That's what I was talking about with y'all earlier. 6 is going to be, like I said before. Now I know it's a bit off. It's supposed to be a little curled, but yeah, see, like the and then the line at the top. See, the biggest thing with this as well is when it comes to kanji, you need to be able to make sure that your strokes are right and you're writing it right. So I'm definitely just got to get into the habit of writing this 1,000 times and just writing. I just got to get into the use of that. I probably get like a whiteboard so I'm not wasting so much paper, but definitely have to go through each one and just write. Time as well. Do I remember time? Time is actually a one that comes to me very easy. I hope this is the right one though, but it used to be so complex for me that I would forget about it. That I hope I never, but that's what I believe time is. Not perfect. I'll actually write it for you again. I kind of bunched it together. Let me do it again. Okay, that one's a little bit more clear. The one on the right there. Let's hope that that's right. Actually, time actually might be the this might not be time. Let's just go with it. Okay, see, that's what it's supposed to look like. Not too bad. I just need to kind of work on it being a little bit more consistent. That one's just so complex. I remember when I first seen it, I was thrown off. Like this one, 100. 100 is the one that looks like the devil fruit. I just got too ahead of myself. Does not look the best, but hey, I'm trying to just get my repetitions in. I'm not trying to make it the best. Yin and circle. Actually, kind of do remember yin and circle just a little bit. Let me see if I can actually. I think so. I think that's it right there for yin and circle. Okay, that's good, because that was one that I was struggling with a lot. I struggled with that one so much. So we got that one. 10 being a very easy one as well. 10 is literally just a plus. 10 is literally just a plus like that. So we should be good. Yep, good. 10,000 now. 10,000. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know if I remember what actually 10,000 just stop at lesson 3 after this too. Lesson 4, I have not studied as much, so it's gonna take forever. I need to do that off camera. Take my time with that. But lesson 3, I have been. So let's finish these last two, and then take a look at the list. 10,000. I'm trying to remember what 10,000 actually was. I'll give myself a couple more seconds. I don't want to overthink it. I can't remember what 10,000 was. See, okay. I'm gonna write it down, but I'm gonna give myself an X for that one. I should actually remember that one, but it doesn't come up as much, honestly. Okay. 8. 8 is basically like Atari. 8 looks like the Atari symbol. Let me show you what I actually wrote. Not perfect. Let me actually write a better one. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna flip the angle of the camera and we're gonna go through and see like these right here. Lesson 4. I'll show y'all real quick. Moon and month. I'm not too personally confident with it, but I'm gonna show you lesson 4 when we go through this. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna flip the camera. All right. So this is what I was actually mentioning. So we have 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 13, right? Which is not bad. Let's put on the side right here. 10 out of 13, right? Which is not bad. 1,000. I should have got 1,000. I just got 2 ahead of myself. 100. 1,000. I got a little confused. Actually. Okay, never mind. And then 4, yes. 4 being that. 4 used to be very easy for me. Just very simple mistakes though. I should be able to fix these mistakes very easy and then kind of get back on these. There's a lot of kanji out there that are on signs and everything that kind of throws you off. Let's go to the list that I was actually talking about. So here is the list of kanji that I took a little while ago. This is lesson 3 and lesson 4 mixed in together. But we're just gonna kind of take a look at them. As you can see, these look a little bit better because I took my time with these actual ones. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3 being very easy, not complex. 4 can be a little difficult if you don't know what you're personally doing, but it's not bad. 5 as well. 5 looks like actual 5, so that's kind of, I remember that. 6, I kind of imagine as if somebody doing yoga balancing, but it has high in it, so it's easy, kind of easy to remember high. 7, and then you 8, you have 9, 10 is probably one of the easier. 100, 1,000, 10,000, yen, slash circle, time, day and sun. So from time, these are lesson 4 and up and on. So day and sun, book and basis, person is very easy. Moon and month, that's the one that we just seen for lesson 4. Fire is a very easy symbol. So fire, funny thing, fire and water are symbols that are on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So that's literally, I was like, the water symbol, I was like, I've seen this before. It was literally on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Tree is pretty easy as well. Gold can be a little complex. Soil's not too hard. Weekday is gonna be hard. That's not even drawn out right, so don't ignore how I drew that, but I'm definitely gonna have to step it up with that one. Up and down are pretty easy as well. Middle just looks like a top spinning half. Mountain, river just looks like a road. Origin, spirit is definitely a little tough. Heaven, and like I said, these are not actually written perfectly because these are just trying to get repetition in, but I'm gonna have to definitely figure out some other ways to kind of get a little bit more fluent and try to build a system with kanji. It was very easy for Hiragana to build a system. I didn't build a system with everything else, and that kind of screwed it for me. I gotta definitely do that. Rice and field, woman, man, and to sea. So I gotta keep studying lesson 3, and then the rest of them as well. Study those too, and spend most of my time, which, like I said, keep brushing up on hiragana and katakana, and then still do like 30 minutes to an hour a day of immersion at the bare minimum, and keep studying my kanji. So kanji is gonna be something that I gotta keep digging into and keep trying. But like I said before, y'all let me know if y'all have any tips for me if you're also studying Japanese. I'll talk a little bit more about it in the future. But yes, I do plan on going to Japanese either around my birthday in June or in August. That's the backup plan. So I'm excited for that. To do some live streams, just some videos and everything. Hopefully I'll meet some other YouTubers, probably some Japanese YouTuber does some ASMR videos. You know, the sky's the limit. But thank you all for getting to the end of this video. I just wanted to do my daily studies on camera for the day. I'm gonna do a little bit more, but I thought that I would just go ahead and do this with y'all. Thank you. But until the next one, it's been your man. It's coming. ASMR. And if you haven't, please think about like, comment, subscribing, as well as I have a community post for 2,500 subscribers. At the time you see this video, I probably have hit that milestone. So thank you all. There's a Q&A